Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Our Family Vine. Today we're going to talk about things that people say to adoptive families that's a little bit hurtful. And so we're just going to go down the list of things that people have said that maybe they're not even...
They don't mean it that way.
Yeah, and honestly, those who have said the things that we're about to list off has never said it in a mean way towards us.
They're just not familiar with
Exactly
how adoptive parents look at the whole situation, the big picture.
For the kids to hear some of the questions people have asked us, especially in front of them, it is a little bit hurtful and something that we always have to talk about, and address behind closed doors and have a conversation with them. So we just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention so that they are more aware of it, is when people use the word real. What I mean by that is, where's their real mom? Do you have any real kids? When you use the term real, it's hurtful. It's really hurtful to use the word real, because honestly, I am a real person. I am a mom. My kids are real, and they're not fake. We don't say real kids, or we don't say, these are our adopted kids and this is our biological kid. No. We would never, ever. These are our kids, period. We love them just the same. Oh my goodness. They are all a piece of us, piece of our heart and soul, that there's just no way we would ever, ever, ever characterize our kids in any other way but our
Other
kids.
than our sons and daughters.
Yeah, right.
They understand they were adopted, and we gradually started to explain that to them. So they're very well-rounded with the adoption. They sometimes know how to respond when people ask us if we're the real parents or they're our real kids. They understand and they know how to handle it themselves.
When people have asked us, where's their real mom? That in terms of that, I understand what people mean when they ask us is their birth mom. But, obviously in their minds, we are their mom. We are the real mom. Now, our kids, they do know they're adopted, and they understand they have a birth mom, or what they also call their tummy mom, that they also knew.
Our biological
mom,
biological
yes.
dad. Yes, they understand
Absolutely.
those terms as well.
And they do know that they grew in another mom's belly. The other day, Kaya was playing with a friend, and they were sitting at the table, and her friend said, I don't know how they got into talking about how they were born or something, but he said, oh yeah, I grew in my mom's tummy just like you did. And Kaya said, no, I didn't grow in that mom. Kaya was sitting on the couch. I didn't grow in that mom's tummy. I grew in another mom's tummy. And then I was brought over here and became a part of this family. And she said it like it was.
And now she's my mommy.
Yeah, and she's my mom,0exactly. And she was very Casual, yeah. She wasn't shocked. She didn't seem bothered by it. She was just like, this is a part of my story and this is it. And yeah, it was, me, of course, as the mom, when I heard her, I was like, oh. I was like, keep it together.
Yes.
Because we do have one biological daughter, our oldest, she also gets a hurt. She also gets hurt if anyone says real. Because all four of them, they are siblings. There's no if, ands, or buts. Another question that we get, why did the parents or why did the mom give them up? And give them up is really harsh, because it seems like they're giving up, like they quit.
Like they didn't try.
Yeah. And the birth mom chose an adoption plan for their child, because that's what they did. They chose an adoption plan, or at least in our case for our private adoption, she chose an adoption plan. Now with foster care, of course, it's completely different. The kids were removed, and in that case, again, that's not giving up either. It's just more for their well-being and their safety. We will never talk about their backstory, the whys they were in foster care, or why, you know, Jonathan's birth mom chose adoption. Like, all that is part of their personal story that is theirs, and that is not one that it's not our story to share, it's their story to share, that whenever they feel the time is right for them, that's up to them.
We don't make their parents or the bio parents sound bad either.
Oh, no.
But we're open to answering any questions they might have.
When we went through private adoption, and after we adopted Jonathan, I was speaking with a mom once, and she actually asked, how much did he cost? Like, right, I was like, you mean how much did the adoption cost? And like
filing, the paperwork.
Exactly. And it's weird because, like I said, I don't think she meant it to be offensive. I honestly, I think she just didn't know how to ask me. I just rephrased her question in terms of, you know, well, his adoption fees and for the paperwork, you know, for the court and everything, you know, was a certain amount. And she said, I'm gonna kid you not, she said, so it's like buying a car, but instead of getting a car, you got a child, or you got a baby. And I was like, I was like, what is, I mean, and I knew this mom, you know, so it was, I was like, oh, no, it's not like buying a car at all. Like, you cannot compare
car to a child.
Car to a child. And the funny thing is, then she laughed, kind of. I think she kind of caught herself because she said, oh, you know what I mean. And the funny thing is, everyone uses that when they say something by accident or, you know, kind
they
of hurtful.
They don't mean it in a hurtful way.
Exactly, but they always follow up with, you know what I mean. Like, that's always the, you know what I mean. And I understand, because they're like, I don't mean to be offensive, but you know what I mean.
They're just not familiar with.
Exactly. Like, do you have any real kids? Oh, you know what I mean. So we always get the, you know what I mean. So where's the real mom? Oh, you know what I mean. So yeah, the you know what I means. Yeah, we get that's a pretty much common phrase that we would hear. Another thing is, and like I said, this is meant for us to take in a good way, but when you say that we saved them, it's actually hurtful, because we didn't. It's that savior thing. We're the blessed ones, you know. We are the ones that are blessed with them. We are the lucky ones. Like I said, I get it, you're being nice.
We don't take it wrong at all.
We don't take it wrong.
like they tell us, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We totally understand. Yes.
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 We don't want our kids to hear that. Like, why were we saved? Like, why are they blessed? We want them to know that you are the blessing. Their feelings are so important to us over our own. And this is what we always tell our kids, you know, like, you ever have any questions regarding your adoption, or if you ever have anything you want to ask, you can ask anything, and don't worry about our feelings. Like, if you think that it might be a little difficult to ask us, or you think it might hurt our feelings, there is never, ever will be a time, ever, will there ever be a time that our feelings will ever be more important than theirs. Like, ever. Another question is, why did you adopt, you know, that child, a child outside of your race? And we were open to any child.
We checked off everything.
We checked off everything.
Everything.
The only thing that we were specific was gender.
Yes, but
You
we
know.
did check off every race.
Every race. And left it in God's hands. So we always said we were open to everything. So whatever phone call we got that was the phone call we were supposed to have. So, and that was the child that was supposed to come into our home. And even when we would have, like, Jonah, you know, Jonathan, sorry, Jonathan is African American, and when we used to carry him around, you know, even Gabby's classmates were like, why did you get that baby? Like, kids can be a little cruel sometimes. And she would be, you know, hurt, and she would be defensive, and she would tell us, and he was our son. He was our baby. And so yeah, that can be a little hurtful when people always ask, why that child? Why'd you get that child? Why'd you adopt outside your race? And that's the reason, because we said whatever child comes here is going to be a part of our family.
Meant to be here.
Yes, our door was open for the child that's supposed to be here. I mean, even with Jonathan, we were specific about a boy, and then with Koda, we were extremely open to any race again and just a boy. And it just so happened when we said boy, he said, oh, he has a baby sister. So so then that's how we got another girl. So and obviously, like you said, when our door is open, so obviously we were like, of course.
The idea was to help a child.
Yes, and
give them a forever family. We've always felt that it was bittersweet because we were gaining something while someone else was losing something.
A family has to lose in order for you to adopt. So
Yeah.
that is, adoption will always be that
Mm-hmm.
tricky area, because you don't want to break up a family.
Of course.
Honestly, you would never want to break up a family.
Of course.
So yeah, adoption is a bittersweet kind of experience. So
Yeah.
for all parties involved, I
Yes.
think. But the most important party in all of that is the child,
Yes.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So we try our best to educate ourselves and hear, other points of view from other adult adoptees or who have experienced that. And we always are constantly learning because we want to make sure we're doing things right, and I'm sure we might make mistakes along the way because we are human. And we tell
Yes.
our kids that too. If we,
Say something wrong
Yeah.
or that offends you, let us know.
like, even though we're the parents, we can make mistakes. Like, we tell our kids that. I know we're the parents, but sometimes we don't always get it right. When we are quick to say I'm sorry to our kids if at any time,
And we've been learning through the years too, as well.
yeah. The point is to always do better.
Yes.
Do better, be better. I hope that you understand like our point of view, like where we're coming from, like you said, which is perfect. And just to hear it from our side and how it sounds when you're on this side, and like we've said, we say, even addressing this issue, we say with love. When people ask us, they're not meaning to.
It's no big deal.
It's not meaning to be hurtful. Now, if you come at us in a hurtful way, then okay. Then we understand that. And that's another story.
That's clearly an attack.
Yeah, then that's another
No, we'll
story.
understand. We'll know.
So I hope this was helpful. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Good job, babe. Box out.